What does Nepal's defense security establishment think of this unfolding India-Pakistan conflict, war rather? In what profound ways will this war affect Nepal? To get a sense of the unfolding scenario for Nepal, the challenges ahead, in fact, I talked with Brigadier General retired Keshar Bahadur Bhandari. No doubt, he is a fine defense security analyst. He holds a PhD. So I present to you the gist of that conversation in parts. It's a rather long interview. By the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. We are trying to promote citizen journalism, put the interests of the country above all else in these trying times. So listen in. General uh, Bhandari says, I don't think the Indo-Pak war will last long, notwithstanding what propaganda campaigns have been claiming. This is the gist of the conversation. I have surmised this conversation to just make it like presentable. It's quite presentable, but I had to be just a bit brisk. India has been conducting attacks in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad of Pakistan in the wake of the Pahalgam attack that was in August, April 2000, April 22, 2025. My reading is that this will last only for a few days amid mounting pressure from the United States, diplomatic initiatives from Iran, and calls from influential figures from around the world to stop the war. India has stated that it's been hitting targeted terrorist sites and not military targets, while Pakistan has also been stating that it does not want an escalation. As things stand, aerial strikes may continue for 1 or 2 days, after which this phase of the conflict will gradually move towards settlement. But Indo-Pak tensions are there, and will continue for a long time to come because India and Pakistan are born enemies. They are arch nemesis with prehistorical negativity. That is what Bhandari describes them. General Bhandari describes them. But the two countries, they have a precedence of putting a pause on their hostilities through negotiations, and I don't see the latest round going any other way. I don't see the animosity ending easily, though. That is what Bhandari says. General Bhandari says, a key role for Nepal, firstly, as the land of the Buddha, as the zone of peace, as a seat of ancient civilizations, and the chair of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, Nepal should make efforts to de-escalate the situation by trying to revive the regional bloc, that is SARC, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, and not that big fish. Okay. India wants SARC minus Pakistan, which is not possible. Nepal should opt for track 2, track 3 diplomacy, and people to people initiatives to diffuse the situation. If left unchecked, the animus between the two countries will not end, not until they cease to be. That aside, India also has tense ties with China. The 2020-21 Galwan Valley clash is still fresh in their minds. Secondly, becoming a member of the United States Nations, becoming a member of the United Nations Security Council. That is a national aspiration for India. Whereas China wants to expand its sphere of influence through the Belt and Road Initiative so as to prevent rivals from encircling it and interfering with its economic development. Imagine the welcome changes that will follow if Nepal manages to bring the two countries closer for the fulfillment of their respective national aspirations. If India and China manage to bury the hatchet, the chances of India becoming a UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council member with support from Russia will increase. A bridge between the two giants. India and China, if they manage to come together, that is, will constitute the world's most powerful military power and the largest economy. If that happens, they will be able to dictate their terms and conditions to the whole world. Thirdly, the much talked about Asian century expected to materialize in 2025 by 2000, expected to materialize by 2050 will just happen within the mid 2030s if there's a cessation of hostilities between India and China. If this happens, the region, home to the world's 3 nuclear weapons countries, this region, home to the world's 3 nuclear powers, will become a region of peace and prosperity, a shining example to the whole world. If only Nepal manages to connect India and China through hot territories by means of the Belt and Road Initiative, imagine what it will bring. That is my addition. That will be a stunning example for the whole world. Needless to say, that will also resolve the Indo-Pak conflict, allowing Pakistan to take a normal course. This is part 1 of the conversation that I had with Brigadier General, retired Keshar Bahadur Bhandari. He is also a defense security analyst with a PhD. Thank you for listening.